to the Wise Guy channel. Today we have something very special for you folks, right? Instead of doing home improvement, we're going to go ahead and repair the auto body and paint to this Honda Civic. After 100,000 miles, it is thrashed. And for all you do-it-yourselfers, right, we're going to show you how to save thousands of dollars and time by performing the work yourself. All right, let's get started and watch the video. And please, for all of you folks, our channel needs some help. Please hit the like button and subscribe. All right, let's get started and watch the video. Here's what we're going to do to the Honda Civic. We're going to first clean it and de-wax the vehicle. We're going to pretty much bondo all the dents and scars. We're going to sand all the damaged clear coat areas. We're going to remove all the parts prior to painting. We're going to pretty much repaint all the damaged areas, then clear coat it. And we're going to redo the rims and a black and clear coat. And because I didn't want to go into another page, we got a special little bonus something to repaint in the interior. Basically, here's the formula that's needed to know when you're repainting. Primer's going to have a 1-to-1 mixture, right, when it comes to the reducer and actual paint material. The base paint or color paint is going to have a 2-to-1. Keep in mind, we're talking about reducer, or you would also say thinner. Okay, and the clear coat is a 4-to-1, but the one part is an actual catalyst or activator. All right, so we start off with paperwork. Okay, next for you guys in managerial, what's important always is our weather. Look at our weather, man. What an opportunity, right, we have to knock out the Honda with you guys. So let's get it done in the next 4 days with you. All right, folks, for you who just tuned in, we're going to show you how to clean up this Honda Civic, right? Even the road rash to the bumper guard as well. Plug the hole from the license plate, clean up the hood, clear coat damage. They call this crow's feet, or let's just call it cracking to the paint surface. Fix the rock chips to both front fenders as we do the walk around. We're going to clean up, I don't know if you guys can see, the clear coat damage that's starting on, they call this the quarter panel. All right, can you see how bad that is? Just starting. All right, that actually will spread like cancer. All right, show you how to clean up the rear bumper guard, the gouges on both sides of the rear bumper guard. As well, fix the clear coat damage to the rear trunk lid. Fix the imperfection, or it's still clear coat damage to the rear as well. On the other side of the quarter panel, we're going to fix the clear coat damage. The same thing as the passenger side. Fix the clear coat damage right here. On this basically quarter panel, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, right, but there's 3 dings from a shopping cart that came rolling down and bashed into it. We'll show you how to fix that as well. We're going to, on the front passenger side fender, maybe the camera will pick that one up. We're going to show you how to fix that one as well. And then last but least, let's go to the other side where the sun is. We're going to show you how to add a little curb appeal to the old mags by painting them black as well. Clean up the brake calipers, painting them red and putting a Honda decal on them. And naturally that's all 4 wheels. And for a bonus, we're talking bonus, we'll show you how to fix the steering wheel fake chrome plastic damage as well. I don't know if it's showing you the emergency brake as it pretty much wore off. Anyway, let's get to work and we'll show you as we're going along how it's being produced. The first thing we need to do is give this car a quick wash. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Like I said, the glare from the sun makes it kind of hard looking at the GoPro screen, but there's dust on it, right? So we're gonna just knock it off, make no big deal out of it, give it a quick wash, and then we're gonna use a de-waxer and a degreaser to the areas that are being repaired. Let's get to work. Don't forget rubber gloves. Okay, put a decent amount, be generous, just like, and I want you to wipe down every surface that we need, well, I need to pretty much rework and fix the paint. I'm going to protect this edge right now because we're going to do some real, I don't know, detail, poquito sanding. All right, the best way to put it. Very little. I don't know, some people might call it feather sanding. Okay. Alright. I want you to know, as I get to the edge, it's like the finish is just rotten. I don't know if you can see it. It's just coming off real easy. Alright, this is the 400 dry paper. Alright, flip the car around. And this is going to be the same process as the trunk. I'll put the GoPro on my head a little bit to show you guys how I'm going to kick some butt and knock it out. We're going to do the exact same thing. Tape off the sides, right? Buzz it up. Now we know 220, 320. Let's get back to work. And remember, while you're sanding, wear your mask. This is a block, right? We use this to flatten out the surface of the hood, and we'll sand it back up all the way to 600 before we apply the base paint or the color as well as the clear coat. Alright, just like on the hood, I ran a quick test spot to see how it's coming off with the 220. I want you guys to see something too. Let's see, I don't know if it's going to pick up in the light. They call it a pigtail, right? It's like this little curly thing. Let's see. Alright, we go. See it right here? Can you guys see it right there? I don't want that. You can see it in here too. And you know what I mean? Especially in here because the door's not going to get touched, right? So we want to knock down the sheen. So this area, can you look at those pigtails? We're going to basically jump up to 320 from 220. All right. So you see I busted, you can say, the sheen off, right? Using the electric sander wherever it will fit in. All this area here will, when the
I take the bumper off, the bumper guard, I'm sorry, the bumper guard off, we'll get those areas, right? Okay, we're gonna go get into this quarter panel right now, knock that out, because that's gonna get re-clear coat due to the damage right here. All right, doesn't take long, as you see, right? This was in real time, how to do the bumper. You see, it was just a quick buzz, and this was 320, because remember, I was talking over here. See, you can literally tell by the dust, this is what the 220 did. It was coming off too fast, right? So these are just going to get clear coated and pretty much touched up through here, right? So we don't want to mess with it too much. We'll feather all this now back in, especially you got to watch out for these, right, these corners here. Right, so cut that off, right? So all we did, use the buzzer, kind of help out. Now we're gonna run real quick by hand. Okay. Okay, 320. So you guys see, 320. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. We'll hand sand that out. And you Autobody guys going, you guys now, right now, you guys going, you should be doing this with wet. I'm gonna hit it with some dry right now. Okay, we'll be, when I get to the higher grids, we'll be doing the wet. Right now, I'm just trying to knock down the sheen. Okay. Why? It's coming off too easy. I mean, I don't got much time in it. It's just flying off. The paint's old, 400, and then we'll come in with some Scotch Brite. It's equivalent to 400. Let's get back to work, hand detailing this, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, this is looking a little better, right? Let's get back to Scotch Brite it. Sanding, we'll show you what it looks like, right? All those areas I buzzed, I came in a little too aggressive, right? Just wanting to knock it out. Toning it down, the finish is coming off way too simple. I mean, I can't believe how simple it's coming off. And all right, guys, because this part right here is so whatever, road rash, 220. All right, guys, I want you to know something. When I took this to some Autobody shops, they're like, you could sand that out. Well, I'm thinking, hey, we're gonna go with the glazing putty, right? But we got the 120 on it. Let's rough it up and basically get going. Let's get back to work. All right, just finished buzzing it with 120. Now I'm gonna hand it with, like, say, a 150, 180, and a 220. We'll show you what it looks like. All out, the glazing putty, I'll handle that as well. All right, let's get on to, we're gonna nail this quarter, right, like the other side. Let me show you the other side. All right, see how it's pretty much, and I want you to know something. Before I actually clear coat that, we'll give it another sand. But also, let's protect this quarter. All right, this quarter panel, we don't want no basically burn through. Okay, only takes a minute. All right, let's get buzzing. All right, this is what it looks like before I buzz, right? All pretty much, we got that all protected. All right, we got that quarter. Let's get to it. 220. This is what it looks like after it's been buzzed as well, hit by hand by 220. All right, see how it's all nice and even color, right? Now what we're gonna do is come in with the Scotch Brite. Hold on, let me throw that sandpaper down my hand, right? Work this area right here, right? Okay, and as well in here. You see this area right here? Okay, Scotch Brite. All right, let's get back to work. We'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. And remember, what's this equivalent to? 400. All right, here's where we're at right now. Even the rocker underneath the door, that's what they call it, a rocker panel. Okay, we got the back bumper all cleaned up, right? All right, now I want you to know something. it don't matter, even though I be telling you what grids I'm using, the point is make sure the scratch is minimum, even for primer. No pigtail, none of that wiggly stuff. So especially you guys know what I did. I went into a wet 600. Okay, let's get back to work. I want to get the quarter panel up on top and as well as in here and get it done lickety split. All right, this is a crucial area. Let me show you how we're gonna hit it. Right, first of all, we don't go in with a big piece of sandpaper. Right, we actually cut one right to the size. Right, you see how that is? And just lightly work it. All right, this is 600 grit. If I feel I need to go to 800, it's better less. Take a little bit off. All right, guys, you see all that white stuff? That's the original clear coat. Right, you gotta wipe it off to see what you have to sand. Gotta be careful, especially with this type of body repair. Can't just aimlessly sand. All right, remember, we don't want to bust through the base. All right, this GoPro's totally acting up. I don't know, but I'm just gonna knock this out and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. But no matter how difficult the GoPro's acting up, I'll show you how to bondo the dings. We'll deal with it. Let's get back to work. All right, this is 180. 180. All right, we're gonna come in. Okay. Work a small diameter. Okay. Okay, 80, remember, like a cue stick or a pull stick. All right, let's wipe it off and we'll show you what it looks like. All right, at this point in the game, you use some alcohol. All right, wipe it down. All right. All right, while we're at it, we'll go and hit the other one on the fender. Okay, and we'll go mix up some Bondo. All right, as we mix away. Ooh, broke my tongue suppressor. All right, let's get another one. Amazon, I think it was like $2 for a box. All right, let's spread some Bondo. Okay, we'll start off, make sure your putty knife is clean. All right, okay, get a liberal amount. Okay, just like this is no different than when I was doing the shed drywall. All right, apply a little, about 15% extra than what's needed. Guys in here, about 15% extra what's needed. Let's not go too crazy with, because we don't want to sand a bunch off. Okay, just need enough to fill the damage area. All right, let's go over to the fender and get that one done. All right. This one's in the shade, but guys couldn't hear, this one's in the shade. Alright. Alright, I want you guys to see something. So I'm feathering. See this, how my fingernail kind of catches it? Right? We want to work, when I say feather in, we want to work these edges a little bit more with our razor blade. Okay. All right. You guys get the idea. Okay, because it's a small area, okay, we're not going to use a blocking paddle like I did on the hood, keep it flat, but we can't use our fingers either. We can't do that. It'll pretty much, it'll be sunken in. It won't be flat. So we go ahead and make ourselves a little block of wood, put a little aggressive 120 sandpaper on there. We're going to sand this and we're going to tape it off, right? So we don't go too far, right? Less is best here. All right, show you what it looks like after we get it taped off and we're sanding. All right, so we're just gonna flatten it a little bit with this, and then we're gonna step it up to a 180. We're mainly working this area. Can you see there's a little line in there from the putty knife? Okay. Best way to put it, less is best right now. Better. See, it's already flattened off. Doesn't take much. All right. We got all 4 spots sanded. Knock off some of this dust so you can see what it looks like. I'll show you the other one. We're going to keep the tape on for the 180. Okay. All right, here's the other one. All right, let's go put some 180 to it. It's the same procedure. All right, see how it's basically leaving some of that stuff behind? All right, let's get this off and get it cleaned up, and like always, we'll show you what it looks like. All right, just finished wet sanding this area. All right, yeah, we can work with that. Okay, we just gotta see that right there where it's a little glossy. You gotta clean that up a little bit, but yeah, that body work is complete. All right, so everything's been pretty much bondoed and glazed. When it comes to the front bumper guards and the rear, right, we use a flexible, right, glazing putty, right, not bondo. All right, this way when the thing moves around, it doesn't crack off. All right, let's get to sanding. We're still taking off parts, and we'll show you how we do it. All right, it's that time. We got to take off the bumper guards front and back. All right, let me show you what it looks like. This car is pretty much completely prepped out. All right, it has to be taken apart now. Rear spoiler came off easy, as well as all the mud flaps. Let's get back to work. Please forgive me if I don't show you how to take a bumper guard off. But this video is about Autobody and paint. Okay, everything's been taken apart. We're about ready to shoot some primer. Look at the sky. Whew. Hope it don't rain on me. But this is primer. I'll show you how I mask it off. Okay. All right, the back end's been also taken apart. All right, let's get back to work before it rains on us. Don't forget, when it comes to nuts and bolts, bag it up, put it all in one place, and label it, so when you put the car back together, it'll be easy breezy. Let's get back to work. Oh man, we're gonna have to bust this out. Right now, we're gonna wipe it down with some 70% alcohol, not once, twice, and using clean paper towel. All right, let's get this thing cut. Then I'll show you, we're just gonna pinch clamp it. All right, I wanna be spraying in the next 10 minutes. All right, pinch clamp. All right, underneath the Honda, there's a little lip. Okay. We'll just pinch it on. Like so. See it? All right, let's go do the other side. All right, let's do a coat with you. What's that? Okay. You guys, compressor's not keeping up. We need to get a bigger compressor for this paint job. Okay. As it was pooping out on the primer, we don't want that to happen on the clear coat. Bumper guards. GoPro shut it off. Low battery. Finish up this bumper guard. All right, let's go get the front. Alright, just hit the first coat of primer on the front bumper. This guy's gonna need a little more touch up. It was pretty beat up from all those rock chips. No big deal with the flexible glazing putty. We'll let it flash, give it a quick little sand with some Scotch-Brite and hit it with the second coat. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes since I blew the first coat on. I already got the glazing putty all in place. Look at that, all these little dots, right? It's gonna look clean and about another 5 minutes, right? We're gonna give it a quick sand, blow it off, hit it with another coat of primer. Let's get back to work. All right, guys, we're knocking out the hood and the front fenders right now with the base. I didn't show you the first coat, I just wanted to get it on. We're gonna now start to blend it, right? I don't know if the camera's showing. Let me get out of the light, but we got it painted up to here, and now what we're gonna do is slowly bringing it to the door, stopping about right here, and that's the blend. All right, let's get painted. We're doing 3 coats, guys. Want to get that lip. All right, let's blow some paint. We're overlapping 50 to 60%. This is the second coat. I think we'll do, maybe we'll do 4, I don't know, we'll see. Either way, we're going into clear coat after base, and we're going to show you what it looks like. Get that lip. Starting to blend. Make sure you get those lips. All right, let it dry up a little bit, tack cloth it, and apply the clear coat. All right, did the first coat of clear coat, right, took it light. I'll take you on the second one. It's looking great. Let's just hope the wind don't come up any worse than what it is. Let's get this done. Okay, second coat. Hit that lip. Hit it. I'm going to hit it a little bit heavier on this coat. Moving a little slower than I did on the first one. Whew. You guys heard me say, whoop, you don't want to run it. All right, in fact, let's go see how we did it, because that was going a little heavy. 3 coats. All right, came out nice, looks good. Let's just hope the wind don't come up. Spray it outside in winter. All right, we kept it simple, showed you how to do it. All right, let's get back to work. All right, folks, we cleaned up the paint gun, got some of the mess put away the clear coat. It's dry to the touch. Let's get all this unmasking off the car and show you what it looks like. All right, we just unmasked everything. I should give you a quick peeky at it. All right, we're hitting the quarters, the trunk with base, or the metallic. We already gave the first coat on the blend. We're gonna go ahead and take you along for the ride on the next coat. Okay, we got one more coat. All right, we just finished the blend. Okay, you can kind of see it right there. We're gonna now go right into clear coat after we clean up the gun. Really good. This is what it's looking like. Let's get back to work. All right, guys, clear coat. We're gonna go from the bottom and work our way up. Take you for the ride. Don't try to cover, just get it on. Come back on the second coat and you can hit it a little heavier. Remember, don't try to cover. You don't want no runs. Okay. Oh, guys, you see anything on there? Get it off. Okay. We gotta do 3 coats. Alright, we're supposed to go from the bottom up. Okay. Alright, first coat, we'll show you what it looks like when we're all done. Alright, we just blew the 3rd coat. It looks nice. Okay, I'm out of breath. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is clean up the gun, and by the time the gun is all cleaned up, we'll start unmasking it and then show you what it looks like. Hey, you can't even see those dents, huh? Remember, we had 3 dents right there. Alright, let's get back to work. I mean, take a look. It's just smooth as could be, right? Oh man, it came out clean. No orange peel. And take a look. If you guys go back in the video, we had a big old basey like sunburn spot right there. Man, look at that, like glass. All right, let's get this thing in the garage. The next time, like I said, you guys see this, we're gonna put it back together. Bumper guards and spoiler. Let's get painting. Okay, 3 coats. Remember guys, the first coat's like a tack coat. Don't even try to get it all covered. This way you don't get no runs. Okay. All right, we'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. All right, clear coat on, came out beautiful. You guys know the routine. Clean up the gun and then pull off the tape. Rear spoiler. Time to paint the mag. First, we'll hit it with some black. Then we'll clear coat it with some automotive clear coat. Let's get painting. 3 coats. Hit the first one light. Don't even try to get it coated, just get it on there. You're gonna miss all kinds of spots. Don't worry about it. All right, so you can see how the first coat, I just shot it on there. The second coat, I'll get rid of all the, I'm gonna call it holidays, right? And now the paint will have something better to stick to. All right, let's get painting. If you try to cover on the first coat, the paint always runs. All right, let's get back to work, get painting. I'll show you what it looks like after it's all done. All right, we're mixing up the clear coat. It's 4 to 1. That's 4 parts to 1. Mix it up really well. Okay, and then we're gonna run it through a filter as we put it in the gun. All right, let's get back to work. All right, just like when we shot the black, we're not gonna try to cover it completely on the first coat. Get at least 90%. If we miss a few spots, we'll catch it on the second coat, and then when we hit the third coat of clear coat, we'll definitely do a wet coat, and then we'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Overall, total cost, right, it was $10 for the decal, the Honda for the calipers, $87 for the new front lights through Amazon, $250 for the paint with the miscellaneous Lowe's for tape and plastic, another $50. Everything about $425. And remember, we had quotes as high as 15 grand, even though that's the wise guy kicking in. Nobody would pay 15 grand for a car that Blue Book's 5 grand. I want to thank you for watching the video, and please, we could use your help. Hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.